Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone? Good. God morning. I am late or on time, whichever way you want to say it. You know, you show up when you show up, right? Yeah, it's been a great day. Hey, Billy, how are you? Thank you for your prayer this morning. I am grateful. Yes, I come in gratitude. Gratitude because guess what? I feel better. You know, it's been not a struggle, but not a struggle, just a doing, just a being, and just not feeling up to physical par. That's, that's such a thing, you know. Some things you just gotta let happen. Be all right with it and just do what you have to do. And sometimes it means just resting, right? That's what it means. Doing the best you can with what you have and being grateful. So I am grateful that I am here because a whole lot of people didn't make it this morning. Good morning. A whole lot of people passed into another realm to do whatever they have to do over there. You know, I am Rosa J, doing it God's way each and every day. That's me. That's who I am. That's my beingness. Yes. Shall I come here every morning or attempt to come here every morning, Monday through Friday, with a lesson in A Course in Miracles, which is a book that I use. I use the Bible. It gives me clarity. It gives me peace. It gives me an idea to focus in on every day, to get freedom. It gives me the ability to forgive everyone for everything, no matter how it shows up. It gave me the ability to sometimes just keep your mouth closed, Rose. It's not your lesson to be taught. You know how you get into those modes where people, excuse me, people say and do whatever, and you want to, give your opinion. Sometimes it's not necessary. Sometimes, excuse me, and sometimes it's not my business to take care of that. Just my business to be my own salvation and allow people to see how I move through the world in peace, harmony, forgiveness, and love. Just being self, knowing that I am one with the Spirit of God, the source, the creator, that it is I've been put on a mission to be peaceful and forgiving and loving. Sometimes that's all I have to do. Sometimes all I have to do is listen to someone else vent and not take it personal. I don't know if you've ever read The Four Agreements. You know, you should. It's a great book, that amongst others. Yeah, I could name all the books that I've read to get to where I am and things that I do. One of my favorite books is and I love Catherine Ponder, and her books are amazing. She's a simple, well, she was Catherine Ponder was the first, I do believe, well, I know she was the first chancellor of Unity, and she was one of the first Blacks to ever go there. So like everything else, when we show up, a whole lot of other stuff shows up. But she eventually became the chancellor of the school. It's amazing. Her story is amazing. I love Catherine Ponder. But let us begin with prayer. Yes, yes. And we breathe the breath of air and release. Come into your oneness. the source of all things good, all things possible. You gave us everything we need as we came into this experience called Earth. And we are grateful. We are grateful that we have come to the understanding that we have everything we need right now. And it is our consciousness that grows and expands. It is our connection to you that keeps us moving forward in love, in forgiveness, in peace, joy, and happiness. It is our understanding, Father, and we open our doors and our acceptance to the fact that you only desire us to be happy. You only desire us to be successful. And you teach us lessons to learn to be this way. And we are grateful. We are grateful for the lessons we have learned and the ones that we will learn and the ones that will drop immediately when they show up. That we will respond in a loving fashion no matter how folks show up in our world. We will allow them to learn their lessons just by seeing how we have expanded, Father God. We may be the only God, the only love, the only peace that someone else sees when they are in the suffering grips of this place that they have named heaven. We open our heart to move in a heavenly fashion, that we may be useful in this world. We ask that you bless everyone and everything, that it may expand and connect to you, believing and knowing that you are the source of everything. Lord, thank you. For we know that you are the source of our unlimited supply. And everything and everybody blesses us right now, multiplies us right now, gives us strength right now, gives us healing right now. Father God, we are grateful for the wealth of this knowledge, for the wealth in every aspect of our lives, that our families expand in peace and love, that our wallets expand in peace and love. For we realize that there's only a collaboration of this thought that will take us to a higher plane. So thereby we open our consciousness for expansion. We open our heart for love, for forgiveness. We align every part of our being to this understanding that you provide everything good to us. We overcome all grief and angst and anxiety and replace it with your love, Father. No matter how the world shows up, we still maintain this peace, this knowingness, this beingness of you, thereby blessing everyone in our movement today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ashe. Amen. And so it is. Yes, yes, yes. Good God morning, guys. How are you? Share this out. Today is about blessing, right? So lesson 207. I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. I bless the world because I bless myself. How many wake up in the morning and just say, thank you? Bless me. Bless me. Bless me, Father, from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, that everywhere I walk, I will bless everyone. On the job, sometimes you might think that you're there to do something when you go to work. That they give you a duty, right? They give you qualifications and expectations, and sometimes you're only there to show that, and you don't have to talk about it. Some people get all kinds of anxiety when you mention the name God. All you have to do is be joy, right? Be love, be forgiving. Sometimes you don't even have to open your mouth. All you have to do is smile, and it will change someone's experience. Excuse me. Mm. I remember once asking God, I want people to see God in me. See God in me. God is so cool. Because I remember the day I said that, I was on the bus because I use public transportation, right? And this elderly man, well, he didn't look elderly. He looked like a young man of maybe 50. But in the conversation, he said he was 95. And he started to talk. And then he said, oh, I know I don't have to talk to you about this because I see God in you. God is amazing when you ask for something good or bad. It shows up. See, what the world does is it proves whatever you believe. And sometimes we have to change our belief systems so that the world can change for us. That's one of the hardest things I think humans have to do because we have been given a mind. And sometimes we get stuck on our concept and not the truth. As Michael Beckworth says, you have to see beyond the eyes that see, hear beyond the ears that hear. We have to see the underlining story, the truth, and the world will cloud over the truth. If your belief system is bad or sad or angry, frustrated, then that's what the world is going to show you. But if you choose to be happy, you choose to be loving, you choose to be forgiving, you choose to be humble, and you choose to bless the world no matter what, the world will show this as true. Yes, yes. That's my knowingness. That's my belief system. Even when I cannot get up out of the bed for illness has attacked my body, I still have to keep my mind consciously aware that that's just a passing phase. And I will walk through this phase in humble adoration that it's not over yet. It's not over yet. So let's get into the lesson. And we're going to review lesson 87, 187. Yes, 187. I apologize. I bless the world because I bless myself. Ooh, I bless myself. Then by blessing the world, for I am part of that, right? I am an intricate part of the world. I often think, what would the world be like without me? First off, there wouldn't be a Akila, a Camila. Uh, I would hope that I hope people go through or grow through whatever they're doing, whatever's happening. I am open to listen. Yes. So I bless the world because I bless myself. Yes. No one can give unless he has. He can't give from an empty vessel. In fact, giving is proof of having. We have made this point before. Yes, we have. Giving and receiving. What seems to make it hard to credit is not this. No one can doubt that you must first possess what you would want to give. It is the second phase on which the world and true perception differ. Having had and given, then the world asserts that you have lost what you possessed. How many people feel that way? If I give it to you, then it's a loss on my part, but it's not. The truth maintains that giving will increase what you possess. The more you give, the more you receive. It depends on how you give it, though. I think. Do you give in love? Or do you believe that you're losing something? The more I give, the more I receive, the more I have. How is this possible? For it is sure that if you give a finite thing away, your body's eyes will not perceive it as yours. Right? If I give it away, it's not mine anymore. Yet we have learned that things but represent the thoughts that make them. Listen to that. Things represent the thoughts that make them. And you do not lack for proof that when you give ideas away, you strengthen them in your own mind. The world doesn't see that. The world tells you all kinds of stuff. Perhaps the form in which the thought seems to appear is changed in giving. Yet it must return to him who gives. Yeah, I give blessings. I give love. I give forgiveness. I give compassion. I give peace. I give happiness. I give joy. It must return to me. The Bible says it. Nothing is spoken will come back void. Nor can the form it takes be less acceptable. It must be more. Ideas must first belong to you before you give them away. You must know these ideas. If you are to save the world, you first accept salvation for yourself. Are you? Are you accepting of salvation? Just a question. But you will not believe that this is done until you see the miracles it brings to everyone you look upon. Do you see the miracles in others? Herein is the idea of giving clarified and given meaning. Now you can perceive that by your giving is your store increased. Can you open your mind to this idea? Protect all things you value by the act of giving them away. And you are sure that you will never lose them. Isn't there a story that says, if you give away what you love, it will return? What you thought you did not have is thereby proven yours. Yet value not its form, for this will change and grow unrecognizable in time, however much you try to keep it safe. No form endures. It is the thought behind the form of things that lives unchangeable. Don't put it in a box. Just let it go. See it expand. Give gladly. You can only gain thereby giving love, giving joy, The thoughts remain and grows in strength as it is reinforced by giving thoughts extended as they are shared, for they cannot be lost ever. There is no giver and receiver in the sense of the world, how the world conceives it. There is a giver who retains, another who will give as well. Both must gain in this exchange, for each will have the thought in form most helpful to him. Be at peace, give in love, and it will return. What he seems to lose is always something he will value less than what will surely be returned to him. You have to be freely given. Never forget, you give but to yourself. Why is that so? Because we're all connected. I give it to you, I'm giving it to myself. I give it to you in love. Who understands what giving means must laugh at the idea of sacrifice. Remember, we're not sacrificing anything. We're sharing. Nor can he fail to recognize the many forms in which sacrifice may take. He laughs as well at pain and loss and sickness and grief, at poverty, starvation, and at death. He recognizes sacrifice remains in one idea that stands behind them all, and in his gentle laughter, they are healed. Illusion recognized must disappear. An illusion of loss, of suffering. Accept no suffering, and you remove the thought of suffering. Accept no suffering, and you remove that thought of suffering. Your blessing lies on everyone who suffers when you choose to see all suffering that it is. The thought of sacrifice gives raise to all the forms that suffering appears to take. And sacrifice is an idea so mad that insanity dismisses it at once. I say, and I believe in no suffering, no sacrifice. It's an illusion. Illusion recognized must disappear, except not suffering. Except not suffering. This and sacrifice is an idea of the insane. Never believe that you can sacrifice. There is no place for sacrifice in what has any value. If the thought occurs, its very presence proves that error has arisen and correction must be made. Your blessing will correct it, given first to you. It now is yours to give as well. No form of sacrifice or suffering can long endure before the face of one who has forgiven and has blessed himself. Do you forgive yourself and bless yourself? And as you do that, you bless the world. Now, the great illusion of the fear of God diminishes and to nothingness before the purity that you will look on here before and after. Be not afraid to look. The blessedness you will behold will take away all thought of form and leave instead the perfect gift forever there, forever to increase, forever yours, forever given away. Now that we are in one thought, the fear is gone. And there and here, before the altar of one God, one Father, the Creator, the one thought, we stand together as one Son of God, not separated from him who is our source, not distant from one brother who is a part of our one self, who's innocent, and his innocence has joined us all as one. We stand blessed and give as we receive. The name of God is on our lips. As we look within, we see the purity of heaven shine in our reflection of our Father's love. Now we are blessed, and now we bless the world. What we have looked upon, we would extend, for we would see it everywhere. We would behold it shining with the grace of God in everyone. Today, we bless ourselves and we bless the world. We would not have it be withheld from anything we look upon. And to ensure this holy sight is ours, we offer it to everything we see. For where we see it, it will be returned to us in forms of lilies. We can lay upon our altar and make it a home for innocence itself, who dwells in us and offers us his holiness as our all. So today, I bless the world because I bless myself. Ashe, Ashe, yes, yes. Today, good God, golden. Yes. Today, I bless myself. So bless yourself today. Hey, Dempsey, what does push mean? You always put that P, period, U, period, S, period, H, period, right in the comments. I am grateful for everyone who's joined me. Please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. It's in the RosaJ TV. Also, join our group because I'm going to move this to I Am Affirmations, A Course in Miracles. For come January 2020. I am Rosa J, doing God's way each and every day. And today, I bless myself as I bless you. Ever so blessed. Namaste.